Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We're sitting here once again with Michael Townsend. And while obviously we've talked a lot about Hemptown Organics, listen, Mike, you got wrapped up in another thing, which happens to be another client that I have, which is Central African Gold. So, first and foremost, tell us how you got on board the Central African Gold and what's happening.
Yeah, thanks. I thought that this is an opportunity to talk about a company that is actually trading on an exchange right now. Some investors might have some itchy trigger fingers and want to get involved in something that's cheap. I've been involved in Central African Gold since 2016. Initially, we formed a private company. I helped finance it. I probably put about 350 of my own money in, $1,000, which is more than I like to sometimes. Then we eventually got the company public in 2018. We raised about $8 million. We've acquired a number of projects in the Central Africa, which is the DRC, the Congo. It's the largest country in Africa. And one of the biggest mining promoters in the world, Robert Friedland, often refers to the DRC as the Saudi Arabia of metals. He says if you were a Martian in a spaceship and you needed some metal for your spaceship, whether it's copper or cobalt or gold, that would be the first place on Earth you would land is the Congo.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we've been there a long time. The current CEO, Yves Kabongo, he is educated in Canada, McGill University. He has an MBA. He lives in Kinshasa, which is the capital of the Congo. It's 13, 14 million people there. I think it's the second largest city in Africa. He also is very close with a lot of the cabinet ministers there. There's a new president 2 years ago, and he just this year appointed his new cabinet. About 12 of those about 12 out of 60 went to McGill University as well. DRC is a French-speaking country, and of course McGill is in Montreal, which is in French-speaking Canada. So, and the founder of the company, Kevin Toryedag, is my partner. He also lives in Montreal. So there's a big contingent in Montreal that manages that country. So the fact that we've been there, I think Kevin's been to the Congo 79 times since 2013. Ooh. So, some people like to say that if you have 10,000 hours experience in something, that makes you an expert. So we did the math, and it appears that Kevin's got 30,000 hours in country. We figured that maybe 10,000 of those hours were sleeping. So, he's got 20,000 hours experience in dealing with the mining industry in the Congo. He's assembled an incredible team. We have our in-country manager is an engineer from South Africa, Grant Dempsey. He's been with the company 4 or 5 years now. He's been in country for 20. We have Yves, the CEO, Yves Kabongo. He's probably 45 years old. He's also in the mining business. He helps mining companies, international mining companies, with their paperwork related to human resources, because of course they've got a lot of expats, Americans and Canadians that are working in country, and they need hand-holding through immigration, etc. So anyhow, the news is that after all these years being there and chasing big assets, we finally, after a year of close hand negotiation with a government agency called Sokimo that handles all their gold interests, we've managed to secure an option to acquire an interest, a 60% interest in a very large, very well-known gold deposit that's in the country. It's called the Zanikodo gold deposit or asset. It's in the northeast corner of the country. There's other very large assets in the neighborhood. Barrick Gold has its Kibali mine about 120 kilometers north of us. That's a 22 million ounce gold mine. They produced about 11 million ounces so far. 800,000 ounces a year annual production makes it the largest producing gold mine in Africa. AngloGold Ashanti owns a 5.2 million ounce gold deposit to the south of us. So we're in elephant country, we call it. Some people mistake that for the actual elephants, but these are gold deposits or mineral deposits that are the size of elephants compared to horses.
Interesting.
So we're very excited about the deposit. Our 60% interest equals about 2 million ounces of gold. Current gold price is $1,750. So, I mean, it's $3.5 billion worth of gold. Typically, a junior company like ours is able to sell these gold deposits to a mid-tier or a large gold mining operation, i.e. Barrick or B2 Gold or Endeavor Mining. These companies are making money hand over fist right now at $1,750 gold. And we only expect to sell this for approximately $100 per ounce. So anywhere from 150 to 200. So worst case scenario, 50, base case, $100 an ounce, best case, $150 an ounce. So 2 million ounces net to us, $100 an ounce, that's $200 million asset.
Yeah.
And our current market cap, the stock is halted. You know, the news was just announced yesterday. Stock's halted. The Vancouver Stock Exchange has to review all the documentation before they bring it back to trade. But you know, currently the company's valued at, you know, less than $10 million Canadian. So I think there's lots of room for this stock to run. So symbol is, I came up with a symbol, CAGR, CAGR. So Central African Gold, or compounded annual growth rate. So
it's good.
Yeah, I think it's a good symbol, and it's a stock's currently sort of 22 cents Canadian. I think it's got lots of legs. It's almost got wheels, this thing.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like you guys have a great team. You guys now have a very significant amount of interest in this land there. You're in a great area. When it comes to these gold mines, people, it's always important to keep in mind location. Where you find gold, that's probably where there's going to be more gold. That's the way I usually look at it. But if you guys want to know anything more, please don't be afraid to check out Central African Gold's website or ask. We'll very happily dive into anything you guys want. And Mike, thank you so much for coming on. Any last words for people before we go?
Yeah, I just, things are great at Hemptown as well. We had a pretty big week. We had a big order come in from Switzerland, it's a ton, so 2,000 pounds of flour. So that's a pretty big order. Cigarettes are kind of flying off the shelf. So everything's going well there too. So we'll have a big update for you on that one next week.
Wonderful, Mike. Well, thanks for the quick update on Hemptown as well. And everyone, again, don't be afraid to follow the channel and stay with us for this journey. Thank you for watching. And Mike, have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Michael. Take care.